VAL. First point I will make you vulnerability. Being vulnerable, good or bad? You go for vulnerability? In what situation you go for vulnerability? Pardon? Something is unknown. Is a first sign of a vulnerability. So when I move from one cluster to other cluster, there is a yellow sea in between. So blue clusters are my comfort zone clusters. So when I join as a technology programmer in a company and I have to move to I become a project manager, I have to move from this cluster to this cluster. To behavior cluster, I become a project lead. I need to move from a programmer to project lead. I need to move from technology knowledge cluster to this. Between the two, there is a yellow sea. I have to swim that. What is the first reaction of the person whom you promote a programmer to a supervisor? He starts doing the job of his subordinate because he doesn't want to leave it. Because his subordinate makes 2 errors, he starts sitting down on his program and starts solving the problem himself. So earlier he was doing his own job, now he is doing a subordinate job also. And subordinate says he is doing my job anyway, I'll give it to him. So upward delegation happens. So when he in behavioral technology, because he's not been in knowledge cluster of behavioral technology, is understanding that some faults will happen, some tolerance is required. Those are the part of behavioral technology. So what happens is he pull back. So he goes out to some extent and then he comes back. So he come back to the comfort zone. This vulnerability zone, yellow sea zone, is the highest attentive power of human mind. It's the place where you learn most. When you become vulnerable, when you walk, when you as a tourist, when you go and explore a new city without a tourist guide, how many you explored without a tourist guide a new city, land up in a new city? Without a pre-planned trip. How fast you learn about that city? You land up in the evening. By evening you know where is the dinner to be taken. If you are vegetarian, then you will search for the place where you can get a vegetarian food. By the night time when you come back, you say what are the visiting places to go. By the morning time you plan for all the 5 visiting forces. You don't know the language of that city, that country. You find some way to solve that problem by reading something beforehand. In that 24-hour time, or normally when you go as a tourist, how many times you spend? 2 days, 3 days? Maximum 2 days? If some tourist comes to Chennai, how many days he spend? Maximum 2 days? I can guarantee you he will know about Chennai more than you know the city. When somebody comes to my residence and say, what are the places to go in Chennai? I'll say, oh, there's nothing to see in Chennai here. But I'll not find, in my mind, I'm living in a comfort zone that there's a museum on Egmore and there's Swami Vivekananda, there's a sea beach. I'll not know all these places because I'm sitting in a comfort zone. But when somebody is coming as a tourist, he's in a vulnerable zone. His attention span is so fast. He'll find out where is the Ramakrishna history, where is the Vivekananda history in the city, where is the Egmore history, where is the forts, King Forts George is there, where is the Saukarpet is there, where the first trading happened. There is the China market, where is the first something happened. He'll know all about it. But all of us will maybe oblivion to it. Because in comfort zone, our learning cycles are slower than when you're in a vulnerable zone. In vulnerability, my mind works 10 times faster than in a normal comfort zone. When you say unlearning is to make you vulnerable. So in vulnerability environment can only happen when there is a trust among the people, among the team members. Then you can challenge anything.